Half of the graduated class. The graduate chosen for this ceremony is Matthew Grape. Matthew is receiving his Master of Science in Education with a specialization in kinesiology. Throughout his academic career at SIUE, he has been an active and enthusiastic member of the campus community and has remained very involved in outside professional organizations. He is currently the Illinois representative, serving at the national level for the State and National Intramural Recreational Sports Association. He served on the SIUE Student Fitness Center Expansion Committee and has been involved with a range of committees, special projects, and volunteer efforts. According to his professors, Matthew consistently differentiates himself by his all-encompassing volunteer spirit and efforts, always going above and beyond the call of duty. They quote, "Matthew embodies what every organization wants to see. He shows that he cares first and then people reciprocate." Matthew, it is a pleasure to welcome you as student speaker for this class of 2010 commencement ceremony. Would you welcome him, please?
Thank you, Provost Ferguson, and good morning, everyone. When I was called upon to give this speech to all of you this morning, I started to think about what are some things that are unique about me that are going to help me to create a message that's going to be valuable for everybody here in this room. And there were two things that came to mind. In addition to me being a student here at SIUE, I'm also a DJ and a group exercise instructor. And on the occasions when I serve in those roles, I found that the right music makes all the difference. But I think music plays an important role in any occasion. So, relying on my strengths, I decided to put a playlist together today for us on this occasion. I like to call this our playlist for success. And the first song on that playlist is Alice Cooper's School's Out. Now, before we start looking at where we've been or where we're going, let's take a look at where we are. We are sitting here at the culmination of our lives as students after many, many years of sitting in classes, writing papers, presenting, and doing more homework than we care to remember. Now, while some of us may choose to go on and pursue more advanced forms of education, for many of us this is it. School's out not just for summer, school's out forever. Now, I know for a lot of us this is a very scary premise, but let's not lose sight of the fact that today is our day. Don't let fears of the unknown cloud the fact that from this day forward, no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks, unless we're giving them since this is the School of Education. Now, before we go forward, let's take a few minutes to reflect on what we've done and how we got here in the first place. And that's going to bring us to our second song on this playlist, and it comes from former Beatle Ringo Starr. The song is called It Don't Come Easy. And the opportunity to be sitting here today, it don't come easy. And that's as true for my fellow students as it is for the friends and family here in attendance. The amount of sacrifice involved with accomplishing a feat of this magnitude is high in many areas, including time, effort, and money. And while it is the students who have ultimately put the work in to get themselves here, it is you, the friends and family, who have provided the support, both tangible and intangible, that were needed to get us here. It is also you, the faculty, administration, and staff, who have pushed us to the limits of our abilities in order to help us all become successful and achieve what we're here for today. And on behalf of the entire SIUE class of 2010, I want to thank all of you for what you've done. We couldn't have done it without you. And that's going to bring us to our next song, and it comes from Missouri's own Sheryl Crow. The song is called Every Day is a Winding Road. And the last 4 years have been both incredibly exciting and difficult for us as a university and as a nation. In the time that we, the class of 2010, have been in school, we've been witness to some tremendous changes in the world. We've seen one of the most historic presidential elections in the history of this great country. We have stayed the course of education despite an economy that has been significantly less than ideal. We have watched our own campus grow through expansions and construction projects of all shapes and sizes in an effort to support the university's vision of being a nationally recognized premier metropolitan university. And the trials and tribulations are all part of the accomplishments that we've achieved, and we should be proud to have been a part of SIUE during this tremendous period of growth. The power of E is rising, and much of that is a direct result of the things that we did here as students. While it may have felt as though every day has been a winding road during our time here, we can reflect on how far that road has taken us, where it's headed, and know that it was well worth the journey. That is the perfect segue into our next song on our playlist for success. Ladies and gentlemen, the next song on our playlist is Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. Now, as a DJ, I'm aware that this is probably the most cliche song I could have picked. But it is the college anthem in this great nation. And I've got a rhetorical question for all my fellow students here. Think about this. How many times have you heard this song at a party or a bar or at any kind of social function and sung along with it at the top of your lungs? Think about it. I'm sure it's a lot. All right, think about this one. How many times have you actually sat and listened to the message that this song is sending? Now, whether you like this song or not, I'm pretty sure that you know it, unless you've been living under a rock for all these years. I'd like to recite an excerpt of the lyrics for you now. Working hard to get my fill, everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose, and some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Now, aside from that being amazingly fun to sing along with, think about how much those words embody who we are right now. And right now, we are stepping out and taking on the world like we've always been encouraged to do. It's our time to take the midnight train going anywhere. We've just completed a stage of our lives in which our goal was to learn as much as possible while having the absolute time of our lives. And while I'm not sure exactly what each of you has done in your time here, I really do hope that you have made the most out of your experience. I know that I have, and if you are anything like me, you can take that same fun, energy, and enthusiasm that you've had here as students and channel it into the next step of your life. Don't stop believing. Hold on to the feeling. And we've been told all our lives that we could do anything that we wanted to do. And now's our chance to make good on that premise. It's as true as we want it to be, and we need to do everything we can to stay ambitious. Work hard to get your fill of life. Roll the dice. Take a chance. And with that, we're going to come to our next song, which is as relevant now as it was when it was written in 1964. It comes from Bob Dylan, and the song is called The Times They Are A-Changin'. Now, while Ron Burgundy may never have heard that song, I'm here to make sure that all of you do. There is sociological research that supports some claims that we, as a generation, should be concerned about as we're entering the real world. We, the millennial generation, as we've come to be known, are known to be confident, connected, and open to change. We are not known, however, to have good work ethic or even good moral values as compared to our parents' generation. And this measure is supported by data collected from both our parents' generation and from our own self-reports. If we are to be the ones who are going to lead this great nation forward and take us out of this recession and into a new era of prosperity, we need to change the perception that others have of us. And our parents have tried to give us many of the nice things that they weren't able to have in order to make our lives better. And many people feel as though that has made us soft and that we take it for granted. Is that really how you want everyone thinking of us? I know that's not how I want anyone thinking of us. These small caveats about us as a generation are the reason that I'm here to challenge you and myself to go out and prove them wrong. Work harder than you've ever worked before. Give everyone that has ever done anything for you the thanks that they truly deserve. Use the values that this university has tried to instill in us during our time here. Citizenship, excellence, integrity, openness, and wisdom. If we can do just these simple things, we can not only change the perceptions that the world has of us, but we can help to change the world itself. The times, they are a-changing. And speaking of time, our time together is coming to a close, and it's time for us to play our last song. It's another cliche hit, one that many of you might remember from high school or middle school. It's a prom favorite. It's Eve Six's Here's to the Night. And I'd like to ask everyone in here right now to please raise your imaginary glass of life and a toast with me. Come on, hands up. Everybody. You too, let's go. Here's a toast to all those who hear me all too well. Here's to the nights we felt alive. Here's to the tears you knew you'd cry. Here's to goodbye, tomorrow's gonna come too soon. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2010, this has been your playlist for success. If ever you begin to stray, or if life gets you down, put these songs on as a reminder of how you got where you are and what you need to do to get where you're going. It's our turn to make things right, and with the power of E to help us along the way, there's nothing that we can't accomplish. Congratulations, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Now, how many of you are still singing the Journey song? That's true. I'm now very pleased to introduce Stephen Hansen, Associate Provost for Research and Dean of the Graduate School, and Betty Bergeron, Dean of the School of Education, who will present candidates for the conferral of graduate